brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Good morning. Welcome to Mornings at the Cabin on your Friday morning. On this show, we talk about all kinds of things. Hither, to, yon, through the valley, over the river. Wheeler and Ollie with you. We're heading into the weekend, and we have an intern coming in tomorrow.
Lands in Yellowknife tomorrow, starts work on Monday, same day as the office puppy starts work.
That's right. Office puppy, office intern. Who will win the popularity contest? You decide on Instagram. We'll put it up there. You decide who is more popular based solely on their looks. We're doing a real American Idol thing here over at Cabin Radio.
Now, I noticed yesterday I had an email from the intern's college, Algonquin College.
Yes.
Saying, can you please complete this evaluation form with her at the end to let us know how she got on. And I realized we haven't done your annual performance appraisal.
Oh, okay. Can we have to do that right now? I'm a little groggy.
So we'll give you 5-10 minutes to get yourself together.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Then we're going to use the Algonquin College fieldwork evaluation form.
Very good.
To establish your performance over the past year.
Well, allow me to just preface everything we do with the fact that I work a lot of hours and I don't get much sleep, and I am prone to bouts of depression and self-doubt, and really that affects my work. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, I'm going to put 3.
3. Okay, 3. Great. Just for overall fortitude. You know, I could roll fortitude right now. I got a 20-sided die.
Okay, that's how we'll do the performance.
Oh, sweet.
We'll roll for it.
All right. That sounds
Then we'll have a
awesome.
marble race to determine your future goals.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
It's yearly evaluation time here at the Cabin, and you know what that means. What does that mean?
I think that means we ask you a bunch of cruddy questions, really.
Well, they're cruddy? I don't know.
So you will see in front of you the Algonquin College fieldwork evaluation form.
Yes.
This is what we got sent for our intern, Corinne, who starts on Monday.
Yeah.
We have to complete this with her in a few weeks' time, see how she got on. And I suddenly realized, we have not done annual performance appraisals.
That's right.
So here we all are. And if you'll just look at column 1, so the front page of your Algonquin College fieldwork evaluation, it says interest in work.
Yes.
Now, it's important that we go through this evaluation together and that you and I reach an agreement on how we evaluate mutually.
Isn't that the worst part of performance evaluations, that you have to agree with everything? You're like, you gave me an awful answer, and I have to defend why I am not that awful answer. Then you just get broken down. It's like, okay, I'm the awful answer.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I did look through this, and I thought, I hope Corinne's pretty good at what she does, because I don't really want to have to sit. So, ability to learn, that's a brutal one. To look through this and just say, well, to be honest with you, I feel like you take too much time to learn to function effectively. That's a little harsh.
All right.
So let's start with interest in work. Now, your options are high interest in job, very enthusiastic, more than average amount of interest and enthusiasm for job, satisfactory amount of interest and enthusiasm for job, or interest and enthusiasm variable.
I think, you know what? I got to be honest with you. It's number 4. There are days I come in and I'm just like, I don't want to be here. No. I would say more than average, based simply on the fact that I get very little sleep, and there are some mornings where I literally sit down and just kind of shoot from the hip.
I would agree with that. I get the sense that a lot of days Jesse hates everything in the world except this job.
Yes, well, that is true. I've never hated this job.
So more than average.
Yeah, more than average. Yeah, look, pass me a pen from over there, and we'll mark these down as we go.
I mean, I am very enthusiastic when I'm on the air, and I have a high interest in hearing myself talk. So, there's that.
Initiative.
Yes.
Under initiative, you have self-starter, asks for new jobs, looks for work to do.
Just knock that out right away.
Acts voluntarily in most matters.
Yeah.
Acts normally in routine matters, needs occasional guidance.
Normally.
Or relies on others, must be told what to do frequently.
Well, let's be fair, Ollie. You've positioned yourself you've positioned yourself at the station that everything has to go through you. So I definitely rely on you, and I would love to be told what to do more frequently. I am scared of sending an email from my Cabin Radio email that I might besmirch the reputation of this very station, because my grammar is terrible.
So what you're saying is the head of programming is a tyrant.
Not a tyrant. No.
So option 4 relies
No.
on others must be told what to do frequently.
I feel like he elevated option 4, though.
That's right.
Option 4 doesn't sound so bad when put in that context.
absolutely.
It wishes to be told what to do.
Yeah.
Was only following orders.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
I was wondering when that was going to come up.
Okay. Organization and planning. Does an outstanding job of planning and organizing own work. Usually organizes work well. Does normal amount of planning and organizing. Often does not organize and plan work effectively
Let's
to
go back
whiteboard.
and define normal again. what is does normal amount of planning and exercising? What is normal?
What is normal? I think I love the point in a performance appraisal
Yeah.
where you
What-
get into
what
a
is-
discussion of
what is
what is
normal?
What would you describe as normal or below average?
Where are we going with this, Lecter? Where are we going with this?
Well, normal amount of planning and organizing. Normal being what the average person would do, which is next to nothing.
If I can cite an example from moments ago, I don't think you actually wanted that David Bowie track to play, and it played
I didn't.
anyway.
It played anyway, and that was the spirit of David Bowie. Well, I put another song in there because you were all talking about the documentary, and I got distracted because I'm very sad.
I feel like you're already marking down often does not organize and plan work
I
effectively.
was actually creating a box, and I was going to write subject to existential
crises.
crises.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Extra
right.
box, fifth box.
Yeah.
Subject to crises. Okay.
Subject
Crises
to
of personality,
Crises.
crises.
and that's what we have here: is a cult of personality. That's you're not a tyrant; it's a cult of personality.
Ooh, let's play that song.
Yeah,
That's a good song.
I'll play some.
We'll do one more and then we'll take a break.
We'll come back
we got
to
a lot to
Absolutely.
So we'll just do ability to learn
Oh,
because
no.
this is a really awkward one if we're honest. So
This one is the best. It's the best worded one ever.
option 1, brilliant, imaginative.
Well, let's just stop the conversation.
Option 2, quick to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Option 3, average.
Again, let's
just
define.
one word.
Let's define average. Average. Period.
And option 4, takes too much time to learn to function effectively.
I love that it goes from average to takes too much time. There's nothing in between. It's like average, and then it's just like I could use a little bit more initiative.
Dead
It's just like
loss to society.
takes. Yeah. Is a drain on everyone around them. I'd have to go with quick to learn.
You know, I would go with quick to learn. I would also go with like quick to not really care so much anymore and just get on with doing whatever was doing before.
Absolutely.
But quick to learn.
Quick
Absolutely.
to apathy.
Well, quick to apathy. That's right.
Yeah, you're very quick
And
to
you know
learn
what?
things.
And quick to empathy.
Oh.
Yeah, put that down there.
All
New
right.
box. Quick
I'll
to
create
empathy.
another box
Yeah,
again.
a few other boxes. Quick to anger. Quick to frustrate.
Quick to turn to violence.
Quick to not violence. Quick to
Quick to threaten violence.
yeah. That's right.
Okay, good.
All right, we'll come back with more of my
quick to go on
performance
angry
evalu-
drives.
I think it's going pretty well.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter with you on your Friday morning, continuing with our performance evaluation. That's right, it's performance evaluation day here at the cabin, and apparently I'm the only one that is subject to it. So here we go. We're
So-
continuing.
Yeah, we've gone through half of the performance evaluation so far. We've discovered that you are more than the average amount of interested in work. You do rely on others and must be told what to do frequently.
It's a team effort, Ollie. Like, I don't understand why that's a bad thing.
Your organization and planning is, and you created a new box on the form for this, subject to crises of personality.
That's right. That's right. Subject to existential crises.
Yeah.
And you are quick to learn and quick to not care about doing it.
Well, I mean, if I'm not supposed to be doing it, why should I care?
So we move to quality of work.
Yeah.
Quality of work, your options are very thorough in performing work, errors very few if any,
Oof, cut that out.
usually thorough, good work with few errors. Work usually passes review, has normal amount of errors, or more than average amount of errors.
All right. Well, again, we get back to this term normal. I think normal amount of errors is just fine. I think we put too much stock on being exceptional. In being exceptional, I think if we all kind of embrace mediocrity a little bit more, I think we'd all be a lot happier.
Remember that time you played the same clip from Big Mouth on the air 16 times in a row?
That was great. Remember that?
Oh, you're a dump truck.
We got him a dump truck. Yeah.
I can't remember what song it was now, but it appeared over the top of it 16 times.
It was so good. And Scott and I were just sitting here laughing.
Just having a time.
I don't think I'd consider that an error. That is one of my favorite memories of this place.
Might be a highlight.
Now that I'm leaving after this review.
Work usually passes review. I think we could go along with that.
Yeah. Has normal amount of errors. Because you know what? I'm a human being.
Yeah.
I'm not a perfectionist because why strive for perfection when it's impossible? Right? Lay in the cut.
Very well said.
Try to stay unnoticed.
I'm with you. All right. Normal amount of errors.
There we are.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Dependability.
There we are.
Can always be depended upon in any situation.
Absolutely.
Can usually be depended upon in most situations.
Also applicable.
Getting a little flakier. Can be depended upon in routine situations.
That is also true.
Anything out of the ordinary, forget it. And then somewhat unreliable, needs above average checking.
I think the first three are absolutely true. And they all apply to the same person. Like, I mean, I can be depended on in routine situations and also in most situations and also in any situation.
Depended upon to do what?
Anything you ask of me. As long as it's within my skill set and my wanting.
So you're saying it depends.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So dependability depends.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Does that call for a new box?
I think that's a new box.
Yeah,
It
new
just
box.
says depends.
Depends.
Yeah. Dependability depends. ...
Depends.
Okay. Yeah. Very
I
good.
think it's always positive to have an ellipse in the middle of an evaluation. ...
Getting along with others. An excellent team worker.
Ollie, I think you're great.
Congenial and helpful, works well with associates.
You guys are pretty good.
Generally gets along with others under normal circumstances.
Again with the normal.
Difficult to work with at times, sometimes acts inappropriate.
Well, just put a check mark right next to that.
All right. If you agree, we agree.
I'm the PK Subban of Cabin Radio. High risk, high reward.
I will not argue with the word of that.
That's right. Sometimes
acceptance.
acts inappropriately. I did drop a bomb last week with Dez. There you go.
All right.
It was Dez's fault.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's right.
Acceptance of suggestions and criticism.
Oof.
Number 1, expresses appreciation and takes prompt action on suggestions and criticism by supervisor.
Heck no.
I don't have a supervisor, so none of this applies.
I can't get
That's
through
fair.
reading that out loud with a straight face.
Okay.
Willingly accepts criticism by supervisor, acts on most suggestions and criticism.
Yeah, what I like, I'll do.
Option 3, accepts suggestions but needs guidance and or encouragement to act on them.
Who doesn't need encouragement to make change?
Fair point.
Option 4, reluctant to accept suggestions and criticism from supervisor.
I don't agree with that.
Well, let's cross out this supervisor, because Jesse is not generally under adult supervision, which may
Explain a lot.
may
Leads
pose
to
problems.
a lot of the issues we're having with Jesse's performance.
So when we take that out,
Yeah.
reluctant to accept suggestion and criticism.
Well, I mean, are the suggestions even worthy of accepting? Like, if you really want to break it down, like if someone's like got some sort of personal vendetta against me and they're like, you should not be so much yourself. Why would I take that suggestion on?
That's fair.
You know what I mean? So let's talk about where these suggestions are coming from, because not every supervisor is considered exceptional. Maybe they're just a normal supervisor and they make normal suggestions, and those suggestions don't apply to me because I am less than normal.
So a new box on this
Yes.
that just says supervisor needs work.
Supervisor needs work.
Okay. Supervisor needs work.
Supervisor needs
Oh,
work.
God.
Supervisor needs hiring.
That's right.
Yeah, needs hiring, and that needs to be better, even though we haven't hired them yet.
Yeah.
They got a hole to dig themselves out of right off the
Yeah.
bat.
Make an addendum to that after FM license.
Now we come on to the Scott Leckerman section of the appraisal, which is attendance and punctuality.
Oh no! Wait, we're just lumping over communication skills.
Well,
Is that one
I've
of-
already admitted that I'm scared of writing emails. So written expression, not great.
Needs
Okay.
improvement.
Oral
improvement.
expression, I think I'm pretty good.
Very good.
Not in, yeah, very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, honest to God, if you're running the morning show and you can't orally express yourself, why did we do this? You're very good. Very good indeed. Now,
Okay.
attendance and punctuality. Lecter. Now, Jesse, you're fine on this one. However, there is an issue in the room.
Yeah.
An elephant, if you will.
An elephant. Somewhat
A skinny,
impunctual
long-haired elephant.
Yes. Quite the odd elephant. An elephant nonetheless. Attendance.
A charming elephant.
We have options here. So we have regular and irregular. for
Yeah.
these two.
Yeah, this is very...
Attendance and punctuality. Now, I'm going to say attendance regular.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
often here.
See, I would say that his punctuality is regular, too, because he's always late by about 5 to 10 minutes. He's not really outside that window. So his punctuality is late, but it's always regularly like the same time.
So maybe a third box.
Maybe a
for,
third
like,
box.
Consistently late.
Yeah.
Consistently late.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So at least we put consistent in there. That's a positive
Yeah,
word.
that's a good word.
We got out of that one, okay?
Yeah. Rewarded for consistent punctuality, it will say on the resume.
Okay.
Very good. So overall performance, the boxes we have are outstanding, very good, average, marginal, and unsatisfactory. The others, the first four, outstanding, very good, average, and marginal, all have three boxes, so you can like rank on a scale of outstanding or a scale of very good. Unsatisfactory just has one terrible box.
One box
that you check, and you essentially throw out the human being as worthless to society.
That's right. I will put unsatisfactory because I am never satisfied with what I do.
Oh, you're so good at turning this around.
Well done.
That's
Very
right.
good. Yeah,
I'm
well
an
fun.
excellent job interviewer or interviewee.
Unsatisfactory because I just want more.
I just want more all the time.
I'm going to cross out average and write in normal.
Normal.
And put you right in the middle of normal.
And then cross out marginal and write margarine.
This evaluation has been discussed with the student. Yes.
Yes.
And I believe that concludes your evaluation. Comments on overall performance.
The student has become the teacher.
Boom.
Okay. There it is.
Very good. If you could unscrew that mic and then drop it. No, don't actually do that. I know. At other radio stations that instruction has been followed to the letter.
And we are all the better for it. You know what? It's been 2 years since that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that evaluation went very well, and I think everybody is rapt with attention on this, so they're very entertained. Above average.
When we were talking about doing this yesterday, we were fully expecting this table to be flipped by the end. Computers and microphones to be everywhere.
I don't like that mischaracterization of my reactions.
Well, the thing is, you defended your answers so well.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that was really impressive.
How do you think I've made it this far on such little education? I can talk really well, and I'm mostly white.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
Don't say that.
Just kidding. It's not live.
See, that's what
It's
happens.
not live.
Now we're live. All of that was just caught.
Good morning.
It was. You're like, don't say that. Mornings at the Cabin, Wheeler and Lecter, Wheeler and Ollie with you. Lecter's gone.
Left.
Yeah.
We've removed Lecter temporarily to welcome two guests, one of whom is particularly excited to be here and had not realised till 7 seconds ago that this is live radio.
This is live radio.
So first of all, good morning to not that guest, Sarah Erasmus. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Very well.
Good,
And
good.
good morning to Tishna Marlowe, who's on live radio but didn't realise. Hi.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy International Women's Day.
Yeah.
What a great
International
day.
women who are
Celebrate
surprised
the
by
women.
live radio.
That's right. That's
All
right.
right, sweet. Good to have you both in. We've got the Naka Festival happening all week long. I think I'm pronouncing that slightly wrong. Naka, yeah, close enough.
Well, you're British, so it's as good as it's going to get.
Pronounced mostly slightly wrong.
Vitamin, aluminium.
Yeah,
Very
we'll live
elegant.
with that.
Vegemite.
Say it.
Vegemite.
Vegemite. That's the Australians. Get out of here.
Marmite is yours, isn't it?
Marmite is ours.
That's
Vegemite
right.
is the Australians. Yeah, I don't know why they insisted on having a different mite, but they did. I'm surprised there's not like a maple mite over here. There should be.
There should be, actually.
Yeah. Who knows? The reason you guys are in, I mean, appreciating that we could talk a long time about British things, is tonight is the Indigenous Cultural Gala
Yeah.
in Beta, which is really cool. It wraps up this whole week-long festival, which is a brand new thing that the city's put on with the Yellowknife Dene First Nation and with a bunch of other partners as well. You guys are both in it. Sarah, first of all, tell us a little bit more about what's going on.
Well, so it's just it's a fashion show. Yellowknife Dene, they're opening up an artisan shop out in Deta. So it's the grand opening kind of all in one. And so they're showcasing a bunch of the artists that are selling stuff in there. And then my stuff, Erasmus Apparel, I kind of created some pieces that are themed around NACA. And then we have like just some of our other clothing that we sell in the store. And then Tishna is going to close down the show with all of her amazing work.
Oh, thank you. There's so many amazing artists there. Like,
Yeah.
the artisans, like the
Mhm.
work. Wow.
We had the rehearsal last night, and yeah, it's amazing. There's lots of great stuff.
There's so much hype. Like the women, they need this platform to show their arts and get promoted because the North has so many amazing artists. Nobody's knowing about them. No one's seeing about them, right? Like when I come north, I always feel like my beadwork is never good enough when I see all the other ladies' beadwork, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? I work hard so I can have my like my beading like theirs, you know, their perfection. So tomorrow's a really good night for these artisans to showcase for their very first time their beautiful beaded and
Jewelry,
mukluks, dresses.
Yeah.
Just really amazing setup. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and like Aboriginal clothing and accessories, and it's booming right now, and
Yeah.
everyone wants it and wants the authentic, like handmade stuff, and just like the real deal from the grannies at her, at their kitchen table sewing all day and night, and that's what we're gonna showcase tonight, and let everyone know that we're here. Basically.
And bring in fashion, fashion and culture in one night to the city. We have such a beautiful city. We have so many fashionistas. We have so many people that, they have eclectic taste, and it's going to be nice that they get to see the different clothes and product art that we're bringing to the table.
And
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just
Canadians
gonna
are
say
also polite.
I was just going to say, are the pieces that are on display tonight, are they going to be for sale as well?
Yeah.
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 Awesome.
Yes.
Wonderful.
I don't know if you could buy it on the spot. I mean,
Yeah.
how much
Start throwing
cash
money
you
at
got.
people.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also just a neat, like a different opportunity to show the different
Absolutely.
mediums as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, I didn't grow up beading.
Yes.
I wish I did, but I didn't. And so I don't, like, I can bead, I do, but it's very slow. And like Tishna said, it's not like the stuff that the elders do. And so I make clothing, t-shirts, right? So I just use that a different way to portray my culture, basically. And we've been doing it for 9 years now, and it's fun, it's exciting, and so it's like, okay, I want to do this, let's throw it on a shirt and see how it goes, and it's just
How different is it for you to get to do a show? Because most people associate you and Erasmus Apparel with a cool place to go buy interesting merch, fun new things. But whereas we know, like Tishna, you were up here about a year ago, 18 months ago. You had a great show here.
When I was invited, the first thing I said is, I want Sarah to be in the show because I feel like her clothing line is like activewear, right? And it's still a clothing line, and it's still Indigenous made, and she needs to be on these platforms as well, So we're building a platform for future designers, future artists, hoping we inspire people, hoping that we've made our elders and our grannies and grandpas proud, because like I bead so I could pass on my grandma's legacy. So my beading is represents my relationship with my grandma, which she had taught me.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, it's like Tishna said, hopefully we do inspire people. We started my company in my parents' living room down in Delo, and and then we grew and grew and grew, and we got a place out in Cam Lake, and then we outgrew that, and now we're in our spot now downtown, and it all started because I wanted to make my own t-shirts, right? And here we are,
self-identify, right?
Yeah, 9 years later, and still doing it full time now. So the fashion show tonight, it's my first fashion show that we're like at this kind of level, and it's exciting. I didn't really like wrap my head around it until last night at the rehearsal. I was like, oh man, like
this is
legit.
happening.
Yeah, like this is legit and the real deal, and with the runway and like everything. And Casey Koizan is going to be playing live with the models coming down, and it's just a new
experience.
Yeah.
And I've done like 25, 30 shows.
yeah.
But I always love coming home and doing shows. I love coming home and showing the people, because this is where I'm from.
Totally.
And I always said, until my people say my beating's good, it's not good until they say it's good, you know?
Yeah.
And I've had
You've
that
arrived.
confirmation. I've had
Yeah.
some elders come and see me and say, we're very, very, in my community, we're very, very proud of you. Yeah, so that's just why I do it, you know? Help pass on the culture and preserve what I can.
Totally.
We ran a contest with one of your brand new NACA hats.
Oh, yes.
So,
Yeah.
so Dealo or No Dealo, which is our every now and again contest on Facebook. It is essentially Deal or No Deal, but with photos of me and Jesse. And are we in Dealo or are we not in Dealo?
I know. And you know what? Everyone tries to cheat, and they're like, Sarah, is it? I'm like, honestly, guys, like, I don't even know.
You don't know. 'Cause you weren't
Or
on the
do
sheet.
I?
Or do
Or
you?
do you?
Yeah. Well, this one. So this was actually a particularly tough one.
It was.
Uh,
I couldn't remember.
I know the answer to this. The answer is, what do you think?
Let me take one quick look at it
Let me see.
again.
It's on our Facebook page. Go
I'm
to
gonna
Facebook
say-
Cabin Radio.
I would say Dilo.
It's both of us, basically by
our
the
album-
lake,
album
by
cover.
the bay, in like a foliage-strewn area.
Oh.
I'm going to
there's
say
not a lot.
no Dealo.
You're gonna say
No
no dealer?
Dilo.
Okay.
Oh, you're saying no
I'm
Dilo.
saying
no
Dilo.
Dealo. I'm
Okay.
saying no Dealo.
Let me take a look at it again.
I don't know
Okay.
that island in the background.
Sarah's got to go take a little look at this photo. We now have 3 people gathered around the computer peering at this photo from yesterday. Go check it out on Facebook. There are very few revealing clues to this. It's really a crapshoot as to what you go with.
That's right.
That's no Dilo.
No Dealo.
Okay.
no,
Sarah's saying no
no.
Dilo. Jesse's
Like,
saying
what
no
is that
Dilo.
background back there?
Right?
There's nowhere
I
in Dilo that I think. Well, I mean, who knows?
Up in the hill, way up top behind.
Oh,
Well, I thought maybe down by my house, and that's like Back Bay over there.
Yeah.
But
I'll say no Dealo.
Oh, right down. He did it right below your house.
yeah, that's
Picture
what
right
I
there.
thought maybe. But you guys couldn't get down there.
I'm loving this discussion.
like the rocks,
The answer
the
is Dilo.
steepness.
The answer is
Oh my god! I don't even know my
You're
own
from
place.
What's my consolation prize?
There you
Listen,
go.
that's not
So-
West Dilo. I'll
That's
tell you
all-
that. I know
West
West
side.
Dilo. Yeah, I know West Dilo. I don't know anything else.
It's right below Sarah's house, right?
That's right.
5 people
5
got
people
that right.
Wow.
Wow.
I've put all
You know
5
what? 5
names
is my lucky number.
in a cap. And Sarah, you're going to draw the winner of your own contest.
Wonderful.
We're going to reach Erasmus apparel. I'm going to pass this hat across. You're going to reach in, and it's just going to have one person's name on
And
it.
it
You
says
want to read it?
Tishna
You want me to
Marlowe.
read it?
You can read it out. It's unlikely to say Tishna Marlowe.
The winner is Jason.
Jason Mullerson, you are won
Jason.
the NACA Festival cap that is brand new from Erasmus Apparel.
Yeah.
Can I see?
Will it be?
Everyday
What do you want to
listener.
see?
Oh,
The,
that
the-
one.
the rest
Oh,
of the
it-
hat?
yeah.
This is not the hat. This is
Oh.
a Cabin Radio hat. You're more than welcome. Would you like a Cabin Radio
Yeah, I'll
hat?
take a Cabin
You'll
Radio
take a Cabin Radio hat.
Free,
That's
free,
a
right?
sweet hat.
Right,
Free,
all right.
free.
Here you go.
yes.
Catch.
There you go.
There you go. Right. So that's
I'm
as
having
easy
a
as
bad
that.
hair day.
Yeah, we'll fit you out with a.
Should
you
I
go.
beat around it?
If you could
Yes,
beat
you
it,
should. That would be amazing if you
And
beat
then
it.
I'll sell it back to you.
That's oh yeah, and we would take it. I would buy it if you beat
I will. What's your favorite colors?
the icon. I'll buy it off you.
What color do you like?
Something
Something to
I'll
match
let you
his
do it.
eyes.
I'll let you do it. Something to match my. Oh, okay, Sarah. Well,
Gray?
that's,
Yeah,
something to
Great,
match-
you know,
black,
like his heart.
Very good. Awesome. Yeah, that would be amazing. I would totally buy that back from you.
Yeah, I'll sell it back to you for like $1,000.
All right.
signature collection.
Yeah.
Cabin Radio hat.
exactly
Don't
right.
touch the hat. It's one of a kind.
You guys have been amazing. Thank you
Awesome.
so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in. That is Tishna Marlowe and Sarah Erasmus. Their show is tonight at the Indigenous Cultural Gala in Deda. It's going to be a wonderful time.
There's
Thank you
still
both.
tickets.
There's still tickets
Yep,
available.
come on, grab.
Go get
some
them. They're
tickets.
only like $20 each, I think, as well.
Oh, and they have
20 bucks,
amazing
yeah.
prizes, and we have food.
Yeah, there's
And what time?
there's really good door prizes.
It's like a 7 o'clock start.
7 o'clock start.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
I'm early for the food.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Are we live? Is this
It's
live?
good. God, jeez. What? Oh, the mics are on. Oh my
Is it-
goodness.
is this live, though?
live radio? Live
Oh, it's
radio.
live.
Oh yeah. Headstones. Blonde and blue. Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler Lecter and Ollie with you on your Friday morning. There are submissions being taken to name how many buildings in the NWT? One here in Yellowknife.
One in Yellowknife, one in Nivik, one in Fort Simpson.
All right. Wonderful. And you said that somebody put my dad's name in.
This morning, somebody shared our post about the
Yep.
naming process. Find out on Cabin Radio on our website or the Facebook page. And they said, the Dr. Ross Wheeler Memorial Building is what they call it.
I mean, that would be a great honor for him, and I would be very honored to have that happen here in this town as well.
Not everybody. Can I just say,
not
before you
everybody
get into
likes my dad. I know this.
Not
Not everybody.
everybody-
Not everybody
Well, not
thinks that's
everybody-
appropriate.
I mean, we have some concerns about his progeny, but no. Tell us about your dad, because not everybody knows him.
Well, if they don't know him, get out of town. No, I'm joking. But actually, another friend of ours, Adam Vivian, was actually thinking about putting it in as well, and he was asking me about my father's history and what you would put in this application. So I guess you just have to kind of have a bit of a bio about him. And I was searching around, and I mean, from what I can kind of give you the Coles notes on it, came up here in 1974 as a general practitioner or GP. Doctor, so delivered a lot of babies. So I mean, I always have people telling me that your dad delivered me, and all these things. So he did that for a while, and then he went back to school and became an anesthetist because that's what Yellowknife needed at the time. It needed an anesthetist, and then he became sober in 1987, and then he, through his experience in recovery, decided to go back to school, went to Rutgers University every year in the summer for a couple of years, and came back and became an addictions counselor. And with that, started to work a ton in the communities. He would go and do crisis intervention, things like this, and counseling, addictions counseling around the communities, and actually became a pipe carrier. So
Wow.
The kind of how it kind of breaks down is that my dad came to this town. The town needed a doctor. He came here. The town needed an anesthetist, so he went back to school. He became an anesthetist. The town needed a addictions counselor, so he went back to school and became an addictions counselor. So when it came to kind of, I guess, how I see it is that if you have the capacity to do something, it's kind of your duty to do it. And if you love the town that you're in, then that's where you put those skills to bear. So, I mean, that would be kind of my Coles Notes version of him and his service to the community. He worked at Stanton Territorial for over 30 years. I won't go into the end of his career because it was unceremonious and not positive on their part. But he served his community very, very well for over 30 years. And he passed away in 2012. So we're coming up, actually passed away this month, 7 years ago. And it would be lovely to see his name on, because I think he had an incredibly positive impact on this community. And I think a lot of people who were here when he was alive know him and respect him. And he was kind of an easygoing guy for the most part. I mean, he had long hair, a beard, wore Hawaiian shirts, and wore Birkenstocks in the winter. I mean, I don't know if you want to go to a different doctor. But he would tell jokes. He had a penchant for telling jokes right before people fell asleep. When he'd give them anesthesia, he would tell a bad joke. I've heard that story a couple of times. I've heard stories of they'll play like Hawaiian music in the operating theater or things like that. So, he was a character, and he was a very generous man. Of course, had his faults, just like we all do, but gave of himself and his time to basically anyone that would need it. And I think he would be a wonderful choice. And I mean, obviously I'm a little biased, but I think a lot of people out there would agree here that he would be a wonderful choice to have his name on a building here in Yellowknife. On the other hand, my mother would also be an excellent choice if we're talking about International Women's Day.
The rule is you have to not be alive.
Oh.
So I'm just saying, like, unless there's something you need
All
to
right.
tell me,
no,
you only have one.
Okay, then we'll have to wait
here.
for my mother to pass before we do that. But I mean, if we're gonna mention International Women's Day a little bit here as well. Then yeah, I would have to give a huge shout out to my mother, who is a woman. And
we've already done Jesse's mom for senator. We're
That's
not
right.
doing Jesse's mom for death and then a building.
I love you, Mama, and you are a remarkable woman, and she is also of herself given so much to this community over the last 40 years, and has been nationally recognized for it with an Inspire Award for community service. So, yeah, I mean, it's touching that someone put my dad forth for that. Humbling, and I kind of always. I said to him before he passed, and I've said it to my mom as well, if I can live to be half the man he is, then I will be doing very, very, very well. And I think this cabin radio, coming back home and finding a niche and finding something that I can build with you guys, but something I can put my name on and be very proud of in my hometown is something that is incredibly important to me. And so I think following in his footsteps in community service is something that I've always wanted to do, because there is no way in hell I'm ever going to be a doctor. So,
on that happy note, if you want to nominate Dr. Wheeler or anyone of your choice, you go check out the story on our website, and that'll tell you how to go do that.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.